Studios. My name's James, man with the plan and ringleader of the show. This guy is from the Village Hitman game. If you hear that V8 engine, your girl won't be the same. Hokage Khalid.
How y'all doing? Khalid, Hokage Khalid, as you see it right here, pushing the V8.
And don't worry why your girl's his #1 fan, because this man can pimp a BB out of a spray paint can. My boy Dez.
What's going on, y'all?
And this guy's jersey is hanging in the rafters. Intellectual sorcery leaves ladies baffled.
Raider the Educator.
They can look, but never touch. His queen at home leaves him in the dust. Raider Kazi.
How you doing?
Great.
How's everybody doing today?
Good day, man. That commentary got me hyped, man. I like that. That was good right there.
I said I was working on something, okay?
Okay.
Look.
Exclusive. You gotta give me that switchboard up here next time.
Coming soon. But, how's everybody been?
Sensational.
Good, man. Good week.
Yeah.
Doing all right. Making some moves, you know.
Good to know. Last episode, we started off with how we all met. So this one, we'll start with how we met Raider. Weird. Technically, it's Slick's fault.
Technically it is my fault, yeah. So, at my first dealership, BMW Houston North, that's where we met on the service job.
Yeah.
On the service job. I think that's where we met on the service job. I was the old cat at the dealership, you know, helping everybody out, not looking my true age. Thank the Lord for that one.
Only black dude
For
on
sure.
the service drive.
Yes, I was the token in South Park Soul Frame. Making sure things happen for, you know, everybody on our side of the fence, even though that's not supposed to be a fence. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. But yeah, just introduce myself to the guys and just try to impart whatever wisdom I had each day to make sure everybody kept things moving and they knew what was expected and knew what to expect. Also, being at a luxury line dealership on the north side of town, well, my first week there, they told me they didn't think I was gonna make it. 13 years later, there was a lot of jerseys and wrappers at that dealership, and it wasn't mine.
That's crazy work, because when I moved over into sales, that's the first thing I was told by 3 other salespeople, that I would not make it. 10 years later. No, 10 years is coming up next month. That's my 10-year anniversary.
Congratulations on that one. Yeah. So, just the thing about the dealership life, a lot of people don't know that. I found out, and then the guys here also found out. If you do it right, it is one of the ways without any type of college degree to make the 6 figures quick. Educate yourself about your cars, people's habits, psychology, and things like that, and you grow your network, and you absolutely can grow your income.
Yep.
So I think that's something that's been left out of our community for sure, forever.
Yep.
But that's something that definitely needs to be said. If you don't take anything else from that, tell your kids, like, there's more than one way to get to the number 10. 5 plus 5, 2 plus 8, 6 plus 4. Like, there's ways to make it. Don't ever think that a car dealership, you can't make it, because you can absolutely do it, and we are 4 guys here to tell you that for sure.
Yep.
What you got, Jay?
Hey, all I'm gonna say. Tupac said it best. We made millions for other people, now it's time to make millions for ourselves. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But,
I like that.
Strong.
but, we were just talking about it. How are y'all feeling about this Future and Kendrick?
Oh man, I'm not getting involved with it. Yeah.
It's
clickbait. I think it's clickbait.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, I think it's clickbait.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, I think it's clickbait at this point.
Yeah, I think about them dude like Drake and I think it's so-called. They say he's talking about Drake. They've been beefing. Drake and Kate have been beefing for like years. Yeah, dang near decades at this point.
Which is funny because they keep bringing up that beef, but this is not the first time Drake and Cole done a concert together. They did a concert when Cole was doing what, 2014 Forest Hills?
Yep.
And they legit said it's 3 kings of hip hop.
Yep.
Well, Drake said there's 2 kings on the stage. Cole said there's 3 kings of hip hop. That's that. But one of my guys that I played the game with, he brought up an interesting thing that I hadn't thought about until he said it. The people talk about this beef like it's a big deal is Gen Z.
Yep.
Everybody else is like, hip hop's hip hop. It's supposed to be competitive. But they like grasping that starting thinking drum is like, to me, when I first heard it, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, Kendrick taking shots. But then I listened to it for a bit, it was like, okay, nah. He's like, because when he referenced first person shooter mode, he said, hope they come with 3 switches. If you actually listen to the song, beat switches 3 times.
Yep.
And if you also listen to first person shooter, both Drake and Cole said, I'm #1 in hip hop. But the only person who actually people get upset when they say it is Kendrick. Anytime he said, I'm the king, oh my God, he's taking shots at people.
Remember when he dropped Control?
Yes.
Yeah, on fire, boy.
And the funniest thing is, in that verse, people overlook, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. He legit saying he making this a competition again.
Yep.
And
Bring
then
back the belt.
in first person shooter, Cole also said, I miss when rap was about the bars.
Yep.
And then K-Dot's immediately response was, okay, let's make it about bars.
If anything, this is nothing but a new age all-star game. It used to be actually competitive,
100%.
but now it's just all, oh, let's throw Alex to each other. Oh, we're not gonna take this too serious. Oh, you know, that's all it really is to me, in my opinion.
I agree completely. But it's always good when you see people who can actually rap and are lyricists give each other bars too. Like that just make hip hop fun. And next
For a
thing
beat
you,
like that as well, though? Sorry to cut you off. That was a crazy beat, too, though. Like, it's a good little beat like that.
As soon as you hear, you like, oh,
also
frequency.
on top
I'm
of
gonna let this run.
yeah.
did y'all know Drake and Metro was beefing?
Yeah.
This is all news to me. I don't stay
This
involved.
was news to me.
Yeah, I don't stay involved.
It's like they got beef, okay? And supposedly Future and Drake are beefing over a woman, but it's like
What would Pluto do?
but see, and that's the thing.
I feel like Drake was giving him his props now on that.
Like if you beefing with somebody, when the last time you heard somebody beefing and say, "Hey yo, last time I saw her, she was fucking with my nigga"?
Yeah.
Like nah, last time I saw her, she was fucking with a dude.
Yeah.
That's what beef talk. But like, come on.
Put him on a whole title.
Light skin. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But y'all want to get into this first? I got a couple for you today.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's start off with the first one. Let's get to the first one.
There you go.
This first one though. Okay, so y'all remember last episode when I was saying the lady was hiding behind her baby. Didn't want to be with her husband. She was hiding behind the kid.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I actually, after reading this one, I think I might have got it mixed up.
You could have kept that to yourself.
Full transparency. I was like, shit, sometimes I'm wrong. Players fuck up too. But either I got it wrong or this story is so similar, minus like all the missing details. This one starts out, so me and my wife have one child, he's 13 months, love him to death. Me and the wife have been together 9 years and married for 2.
Right.
She's a stay-at-home mom, I work a normal job. When our baby was 6 months old, I tried to have sex with her and she said she didn't want to and started crying. I felt horrible, like she thought I was.
Man.
I told her I was sorry and I thought she wanted to since she brought it up. Since then, I only kiss her and she's tried to go further, but I tell her no. Last week, she asked how come we're not having sex, and I told her, well, last time you started crying and I don't want that to happen again. She said she was more ready this time, and the second I put my hand on her, she said, never mind. I don't really care, I didn't want to anyway. And I was just testing it. A few days after that, she tried again. I still told her no and how I felt the first time. She didn't understand and left. The weekend came and she tried again and I told her I didn't want to unless we went to marriage counseling. She got mad and went to her friend's house. So am I the a-hole for not wanting to sleep with her?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Do we know if that friend's house that she went to is male or female?
It does not say.
Okay.
That's a fact. That's an
I'm
important
definitely
fact.
questioning that part right there. Man, for me, where I feel like that all went wrong first was when she's crying in that moment. Like, we need to get to the bottom of that, like, right then and there. Like, I feel like too many times in relationships, we wait till after the fact, like we're not like, we're just too passive. Like you gotta be reactive. Like if something's happening in that moment, like address it in that moment. Yes, some people need time to maybe get their thoughts together, but if we're, already having kids together and married, like let's get on top of that immediately. So.
And I agree. In where I disagree with the timeline, it doesn't have to be same day, but y'all waited weeks. Like,
It's a lot of
okay, you take a day or two to calm down and think about it, but
Read minds is going on.
what it says, yeah, he tried, she said no, she tried again a few days later, and then nothing again for weeks. Y'all never spoke about it once.
Yeah, the conversation had to happen in that 2-day time span, or even after she's calmed down the first time. Like, and I can speak from personal experience. After a child, a woman's hormones, they're going through a lot of things. I have 2 kids myself, and I know what my wife went through. And you do, as a man, you don't understand a lot of that stuff, but the conversation has to be had. And then waiting just days without saying anything, and then trying to go back to it, and then more days without saying anything, and then there's still no understanding for what she's feeling from her aspect where she can elaborate, or his, but in the aspect of the last time with her leaving, you don't ever leave your relationship, which is your core, to get outside advice from somebody who isn't on both of your teams.
Yep.
That in and of itself causes confusion and conflict in your relationship, because then the question is, where did you go? Who did you talk to? Is that person single or not? That makes a difference. If they're in a long committed relationship, where are they going with theirs? Because that makes a difference as well. I think the situation, you already have the kids, so you know she's been through, a birth or pregnancy before, and you've dealt with, the postpartum depression that's possible, that can happen, that does, a lot of times does happen. So this isn't a totally new area that they're in. I definitely think there's more to this story, but in the aspect of what we're just reading about and hearing about now, you gotta have the conversation, and you gotta be with someone you love enough to have those conversations. And they've been together for 9 years and married for 2. They've known over those 9 years prior to being married if you can have these conversations openly. And if you're in that kind of relationship and you can't have those conversations, that is not somebody you should marry. And it's that simple. You need to be with someone that you are comfortable enough. If you're going to give them your life, you should be able to tell them your deepest and darkest. And if you can't do that, that is not the one for you.
Nah, picking up, I agree with everything everybody's saying. It kind of just ties into communication. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've been married for 2 years, together for 9, that's what y'all said. So it's like, y'all communication should already be strong. Y'all been dealing with each other for that long. And so like talking in the moment, like give it a second. Like go walk off if you have to, go do something, kind of calm your nerves so y'all can get y'all thoughts together. Like give it a 2-day span, that makes sense as well. But you can low-key talk about whatever happened within like a 3 to 4 hour time span. Like, if you want to do it that same day, all you gotta do is just freshly walk off, go reset y'all mind, because y'all can't talk about it in the heat of that moment because nobody's gonna hear each other point. So like with that being said, go do whatever you do that keeps your mind focused so y'all can come back together and talk about it as civilized, adults. Without yelling at each other top of the lungs and everything. So
Have those conversations. In a relationship, in a marriage, you have to have those conversations. It's just what it is. Do you need space apart? Yes, but when we say space apart in a committed relationship, I'm gonna go sit on the porch.
yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on the car. Don't drive when you're at the peak of the emotion. Don't drive then, because then that's when accidents and everything else can happen. But go into opposite rooms where you just don't see that person, or don't talk.
Yeah.
Don't talk for hours.
If you got a dog, go take it for a walk.
Right.
You got
Don't-
kids, shoot, go take them for a
Yeah,
walk too. Like,
Dog for a walk.
Like,
You know.
I'm trying to tell you, like,
But at the peak of it, you definitely don't want to make any rash decisions where you're running out to somebody else.
yeah.
That causes another question mark area or another gray area for, okay, why do you feel more comfortable with them than me? And that's where the husband will be correct. We need to go to counseling before we go any further, because there's something else going on.
Kind of get uncomfortable, get comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
So, final thoughts? He's not the a-hole?
No, not at all.
I wouldn't say he's the in the situation right now.
No, I don't know how he's reacting to her crying, because if he's hitting her with the, "Are you crying?"
That's what he's doing.
That's gonna put her over. That's an immediate red
Yeah.
flag, and she's like looking at him like, "Are you serious?"
She's already feeling a lot of emotion. Like already a lot of emotion.
So yeah, if he's swinging at it like that, then yes, he would be the a-hole, and he's like, you gotta be caring and compassionate, because women are emotional creatures. As much as this world wants to tell everybody that we're the same, we are not.
Nah.
We are not the same. Women are designed to show empathy, love, and care,
Yep.
because you need all that to raise children.
Yep.
Hearing these stories, you gotta keep your mind open to both
Yeah.
parameters, like
Yeah.
left or right.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes that shit might go in the middle, sometimes it might go left, then go right. So yeah, I'm keeping an open mind for this one, for sure.
Because
Because exactly what Reddy said, how is he perceiving the crime? Because if he's perceiving the crime on that level, yeah.
Yeah, you in the doghouse, buddy.
yep.
I imagine that a lot of people had that question because he did add some extra context after the story, saying that he wasn't mad that she was turning him down. He wasn't like, "Are you doing this again?"
Yeah.
But like, he got mad at the fact that she knows she's not ready and constantly trying to lead him on. Like, throwing it back on him, touching the caressing, trying
So
to
is this the
talk
soap
all
opera
nasty.
version?
Well, he
Basically.
The crocodile tears,
Yeah.
right? And like getting bedded in.
Well, he said in there that he felt like she treated me, or I felt like she was treating me that I was trying to take advantage of her.
That's crazy.
And so that's where it's, what were your feelings in that moment? Because your feelings can absolutely be an incorrect projection.
Yep.
It could be.
Absolutely.
Like you projecting what you think was what we do in any particular situation, depending on where we are. It takes a lot of wisdom and maturity to be able to not project your thoughts and feelings on someone prior to initiating the conflict.
And to that effect, I don't believe it was pure projection, because he did add that every time she would touch him, she was fine.
Right.
But anytime he would touch her, she starts flinching and cowering away.
Mm-hmm.
Which I could see how that would lead somebody to feel like that. If you're like flinching like I'm a predator.
Yes.
I
Hell
know
no.
when they mind ain't with it, their body ain't gonna be with it. They ain't gonna lie to you.
Something else might have happened to her outside of the house, though.
Yeah, that's
There's
exactly.
a couple other things. So let's get deep into this one.
That's
That's the end?
That's actually the end.
That's the end of that. Yeah. It's like we left
It wasn't too
questions.
much context in it though. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
This one wasn't like the last one where there was a lot of gray room and
All
room
right.
for
Yeah.
nuance, where it's like she left out details. She didn't give us the full story of him. She didn't give us the full story of what she was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was more so, here's the situation. Am I wrong?
And with what we have there, we can say, I will rule and know he was not wrong with what I have to read.
Exactly. Like you said, if it was like, are you fucking crying again?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong? That right there?
That right there.
You asshole.
Like, yeah, bro, that might be with you. But I mean, yeah, I think we all agree.
Yeah.
I'll take you on that one. But outside of that, we'll do a little quick segue. What got you into wanting to do content creation and podcasting, Raider?
Honestly, what got me into wanting to do it is I've had a lot of people around me that said I have a lot of things that I need to share that that a lot of the kids now aren't hearing, especially from people of my generation or even the elders, because a lot of people just believe that kids now don't want to hear it and don't want to listen. Whereas I was brought up by a lot of people in my church and the elders in my family, whereas you say it anyway because even though you think it fell on deaf ears, that it's something that's being heard and it comes up at the right time later on. So I generally impart my wisdom wherever I can. I try not to intrude, but definitely if somebody asks me, I'm going to be as honest as possible. And podcasting is just another way for me to be able to get that information out there to those who may be looking for it. And you may be afraid to ask somebody or look for someone to help you out, but if the podcast and the information is there, you may come across it and it may help you out. And if that's the case, more power to it. Praise the Lord for that. That's what got me into it, really.
Yes, sir. This man will drop some knowledge on you and make you think.
Yeah.
Say that.
Drop that nigga in your head. Blink. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Look, I don't talk about myself or actually self-reflect to the world that much,
Yep.
I hate it. Absolutely hate it. You don't understand. Sometimes the stuff you say to me is like, what? You know what? I hadn't thought about that. Why'd you have to say that, Raider? I was fine being in the dark, never knowing that. But now I know. And once you know something, especially when he tells you, once you see it, you can't unsee it. No matter what you do, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I can thank my dad and my uncles and my mother for that. Because they'll come in and turn the light on in the room. It's like once the light comes on in a dark room, even when you turn the light off, you know basically what you saw in that room.
And then you still know the switches that to cut that light right back off.
That's exactly it. So I have a lot of knowledge from a marriage base, through the finances, through the spiritual side of it, because I would say on my spiritual walk, it's a little different than what some will be accustomed to. Being brought up in the church, I read the Bible, I know where to find the information I need to in the Bible. Am I a Bible thumper? Am I going to chastise you with, you do this or else? No, because that's not how God approaches us. God is there when you seek Him. And it's no simpler than that. And a lot of times people go through things just because you're not seeking the right thing.
Yep.
You wonder why certain things happen. It's because your intent is what's being judged, not your action. When everybody looks at, am I going to be judged or don't judge me and all that, like God's only judging your intent. Are you giving to a charitable donation because that is what is in your heart to do? Or are you giving to a charitable donation so that people see you as a good person? And only you know the answer to that. You said what?
Or a write-off.
Oh yeah, or it could be a write-off. And if that's the case, yes. If it's a tax write-off, again, that's between you and who you answer to.
But that's also not to say that those two are mutually exclusive. Okay?
It's not saying it's negative for sure.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm not gonna tell you not to do it and have two reasons for why you do it. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Look, one of the core values of this podcast and the business built around it. Y'all support us, so we support you. Also, a little shameless plug, look out in the future for, Raider Kaizen may or may not be developing a program that people can learn about themselves and find their own path.
It's in the works. I'll say, Raider Kaizen is a channel that hasn't started officially, but it is starting officially.
Oh, it started officially. You can look it up on YouTube right now. You will find it. The content's coming. It is official. I won't let them say it's not officially started. One post means it's officially started.
Right. But yes, there will be a lot of relationship information there, financial information, just nuggets to help out. Like I said, the kids, the youth, those who are coming up, anything. I love fishing, so there will be fishing stuff on there. I love cars and sound systems and everything else. So it's going to be a little bit of a lot.
I will say this channel will be an actual lifestyle channel compared to what most YouTubers is. Oh, look at me! Look at everything I've got and all the money you give me to see. No, this is what you can really use.
Yeah, this is the stuff. I'm gonna give you the things, and this channel is meant to give you the things that people can't just walk up on the street and know you got it until you open your mouth. It's about imparting that wisdom and that overall personal growth.
Heard.
Next one, it's a dilemma. So I'm gonna read it out. And then you tell me what you would do or how you would react in this situation, because, Title is, do I walk in on my significant other cheating? First thoughts.
Do I? Like I have an option?
Can you give me a little bit of
Like I saw them in the window before I got to the door, or like?
Yeah.
Do I know she's in the room?
Like that's what it says.
No, it says do I walk in? Well, if you there, I mean, I'm petty though, because I'm the type, like, I'm going to the restaurant, we get a towel, we gonna wet it a little bit, I'm towel papping everything in the morning. I'm just, everybody catching one. I'm not gonna shoot you, but it's gonna be fun. Like, at this point, I knew pretty much the relationship was over, so somebody gonna come out with some laughs. Some nice laughs.
Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, like, what? I'm not gonna get mad. Yeah, if she did it, like,
Can't say that.
This is what I'm saying.
all right. Yeah, do I? That's an interesting question. It depends on how much you like paying.
Oh, man, bro, so many times I don't know what
How much pain do you like?
Oh man.
Alright. So the story starts out.
Dang, this is gonna be crazy.
You have no idea. I am currently separated from my significant other for the last 2 weeks.
So they separated too.
We've been living apart, but I'm the one who is in a temporary 30-day rental till we can figure out if we need more time or not.
That's that grade I was talking about.
Oh,
Yep. Whose name's on the lease?
See, that's the question I want to know.
Because y'all know, you know what? Go ahead.
So, my significant other told me that this is not a breakup, but a time that we need apart, and she suggested that we both get therapists and then move into couples counseling once we've had some time. But this is not about seeing somebody else. I said, okay.
Oh, I get my rocks off. Alright.
I got this dude I'm interested in real quick. My bad.
A week ago, I let my significant other know I needed to stop by our apartment to pick up some things while they were at work. While there, I found evidence of a sexual nature, i.e. lube, which we had not been using because we haven't had sex in a while. My suspicions grew the next day. I watched my significant other on the security cam talking to somebody about their dreams and aspiration and using terms like, we should figure this out and let's keep talking about it, whether we double up at school or at work. You're so passionate when you talk about that. It's sexy.
Okay.
Thoughts about so far?
I'm grinding my teeth. No, I'm just
Okay, so.
So sounds like she's falling for somebody
yeah.
at the schoolhouse.
Well, let's
You
say
know.
this for what it's worth, and some women are going to disagree, but if she needs lube,
It sounds like she's trying to
She
keep
ain't
her
that
option
into
open
you.
with her
I'm
old
just
name,
saying.
just to see how this
I'm
goes.
just going to put that out there. If
Yeah.
you use a lube in the beginning, she ain't that into you. She just tired of who she with, like, and working towards something. Because when a woman is into you, I mean, typically,
no
unless
need
there's a
for
medical condition,
Yeah.
there's no need for that. So she was already searching.
Man.
Sorry.
It is what it is. Story continues, my alarm bells went off and then one thing led to another and I was staking out the apartment. There was a car parked in my space and I could see someone in the apartment but not what they were doing. I came back the next day to pick something up, an excuse to visit while the significant other was gone, and found a ton of evidence that sex had been happening in the bedroom. Today I asked my significant other if they were having sex with someone else or dating someone else. They said no. This evening I went to the apartment and the strange car was parked in my space again. Inside I could see someone and I was prepared to go in and catch them while I saw the lights go off and the person come out and drive off in their car. I am convinced my significant other is seeing this other person and that they were sleeping together. I don't think they're going to admit it if I ask again, even if presented with all the evidence. Do you think it's appropriate, within my rights, ethical, or to barge into the apartment next time I see this car in my space and know someone is there? Is this the only way to find out the truth, to catch them in the virtual act? End story.
Is it your apartment together with both names on the lease?
That's
Question
why I
number
asked
one.
that question there.
Because if it is her apartment, then the answer is no, you can't. It's her space. Unfortunately, legally, even if you have a key, if she doesn't want you there, she can have you removed from the property.
Yeah.
But if you already have this evidence, it goes back to my first question: how much pain do you like? I mean, you know, based on what you're seeing, because she's clearly not planning it for you, what the situation is. So, are you a glutton for punishment?
Y'all been together? Y'all been without each other for 2 weeks?
They've been separated for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they don't want to break up. She don't want to.
She don't want to break up.
Man,
I need to know who named this
Man.
apartment
Well,
is
she-
right now.
I
From
feel
the
that.
sound of it, it's both of their apartment.
Okay.
But they got into it, and he decided. Well, he was voluntold to get somewhere.
But the question
Man.
is, she may not want to break up because he's a safe
Yeah.
bet.
Because my thing is, she might just be doing this like to keep this one on a leash and just have this experience with this new guy until she gets
Like,
out.
you fun and exciting, but you go reliable. I don't want to lose fun. I don't want to lose reliable, but I need some excitement.
I know how they like to do that, man.
That's why I had to stop you, because you was getting ahead of the story. You was getting ahead of the story.
When I heard we've been without each other, we've been
2
gone for
weeks.
2 weeks, and
Oh, it's a green light.
come on, man. This is we're not breaking up, but we just need a break from each other.
Yeah. So you should have brought her a Slim Jim. Here's your break. There's your break. That's what you get.
Yes,
If we break it, we broke. You know.
But now, back to what Ray was saying, man. Depending on how much pain you want. Y'all already separated, like you said. We don't know who names in the apartment, right? It's just
Yeah,
they know who's
reason
living
why I
there.
asked that question is because I feel like if it's in your name or if it's in both of y'all name, then yeah, you do kind of got a right to say, hey, let me just see what's going on.
Hey man, if you want that much
If
pain,
you want to put yourself through that pain,
leave your pistol.
if you want to put
leave
yourself
your
through
pistol
that
in
pain,
the
go
car.
ahead and do that.
Leave your
Nah,
pistol in
hold
the
on
car.
now. Hold on.
Leave the pistol in the car.
Don't get no ideas. No,
Nobody ain't gotta
that's
die.
not with me. No, don't do
You
that.
can throw some fists if you want to. If you want to go through that pain, or do the towel method. That might be funny as hell. Like,
Towel method would be crazy. Or get you a little GoPro, put it on your
hey,
head.
what
just
that
walk
girl
in.
did in that movie? She
Just
put the
be a
baby on the
surprise.
floor. Baby
Be a
on the
surprise
floor.
on the way in. Surprise!
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say, go ahead, just walk in. But just have your little GoPro camera ready so you can actually just have your little proof for yourself. So, hey, look,
Go ahead, walk in.
go ahead, walk in.
Walk
Go ahead and walk in.
in. At least then you're not torturing yourself with what ifs. Because there's nothing worse than going in a circle inside of your head for a bunch of what ifs. But
Hey, if you see him in the window, bro, don't walk in.
yeah,
If you see don't walk in there, man. Don't walk in there. Just go in there and turn around, man. Shoot, man. Strip club open 24/7.
24/7.
I mean, even if you open the door and you hear it, you ain't gotta
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
If you hear it,
it, bro.
just close the door and carry on. Or open the door and start packing your stuff in the middle of the process. And hey, there you go.
Man,
No lies.
take the pistol in the car, bro.
Pack your stuff up silently. If you're hearing everything that's going on inside, okay, yeah, just go ahead, just get your stuff packed on the outside of the room.
Yes.
Hopefully you ain't got nothing else on the inside. Well, didn't we say at the beginning that he had moved all the stuff out?
Nope.
No.
Or some of the stuff out of the closet? Right.
He just got a temporary 30-day rental.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
But
I'm not gonna lie. So it just this is my point of view on it. So it just depends on the stuff that you have inside of the apartment. Is this something that you just think you can just let go and just like replace everything in there? Because if you think you can just replace everything, go on and just say, hey, F it. Hey, I'm out.
There
Man,
you go.
Cut ties right then and there.
I wouldn't even replace it. Because he said multiple times in this story, he just said, hey, I forgot, I need to pick something up. While she's at work, she has no control. Go pick up all your shit. Pick it all up.
Put it in a
that
Walmart Sterilite tote. And just leave the shit that's up there that just makes it look like, oh, the closet is still full. Just leave that in there. They'll never know it.
man.
Because what?
Solomon
Truth be
says.
told, it sounds like we got all the steps. You pistol in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first, say you gotta go pick up all your stuff. Then, if you want to, go the wet towel method and make sure you leave pistol in the car. Just saying. All bases covered. Problem solved with me, because
Grab all your stuff.
Think about the emotions that man going on. Y'all know as a man, we don't really show too much emotion. But in that moment,
Yeah, but
Oh, you seen it red in that
Here's the
moment.
crazy thing about it, though. And this is just from what I understand. I may be incorrect. Disclaimer: if you are not married, there is no such thing as a crime of passion.
right? Right?
It's not. It only applies to
That's the
a
truth.
married couple.
That man, yep, you're right.
So you can't walk in pistols blazing and be like, "That's my girlfriend."
Can't do that, bro.
That's gonna be a murder.
You going to
First
jail,
degree.
bro.
Don't do it.
You gonna jail.
Everyone on the podcast is advising you to know.
We
Just
are
because
telling
of
you now,
this.
do not go in.
Do
saying,
not do that.
"Bro, I've been at the shooting range." No.
Hey,
There's, if the world was split in half, you would have at least 3.5 billion women.
I'm about to say, ain't there
All
more
of them
girls in
being
the world?
trillion.
Yeah.
All of them being eligible,
Man.
But even then, you're still left with a lot of people that need somebody. Just find somebody else.
You better just go find them. What's that little thing they always talk about? Passport, bro. You better go join the quick, man. No lie. That's what you better go do.
You got to
if
be
you're
going
going
back,
through
bro. You can get kicked off of that too.
that. Yeah. Depending on how you handle this situation, is how you gonna get on to passport, bro. So
Absolutely.
keep that in mind.
You walk in on my significant other. I instantly grabbed my heart.
Oh, can't do it.
I mean, there is another route you could go.
He been stewing over there. I've
Yeah,
been waiting for him. We have been waiting for him. What is it, guys?
You could completely go the toxic route on that too, though. Cause look,
Who got time for that?
everybody.
What if you
Hold
want
on.
to talk about the
Hold
toxic
on.
thing, like walking in and then just start getting undressed? Hey, bro. Just tag me in when you're done. It's cool. It's cool. You know, we separated. She didn't want to break up, so I
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
if you're gonna be here, at least you know I got
You know
next.
what?
Right.
That beats everything.
My name on the list too.
I'm just saying, you know.
She said she always wanted a threesome.
You really want to mess them up. I'm just that is an option.
It's a lot of options, it's a lot of things. Just don't take the violent route.
Yeah, you gotta do what works for you. But if you can't handle seeing it, don't go in there.
Don't go there, bro.
Don't go in there.
This is adamant on don't go.
He's adamant about that.
Don't go in there.
You'll be
Do not choose door number 3.
You're gonna be waiting to drop the soap for 50 years, man.
Yeah. I said it at the beginning of the story.
What is the other toxic route?
Huh?
The other toxic
Huh?
route.
Come on, spit it out.
Yeah, Mr. Toxic himself.
They never said anything about siblings or best friends, and one of the best ways to make a woman meet, go right for the sister of the best friend. Hey, listen.
I'm gonna shake your family tree.
Listen. She wants you out, but you're not breaking up, but she already got somebody else in there. She had planned this already.
That boy James trying to cut deep.
I'm not trying to cut him.
I'm just saying.
I'm not going to the tag.
No, you and your cousins ain't too cool anyway.
Look, I'm just saying.
You finna lose your friend,
you've
your
been
sister, your cousin. Look,
you've been plotting.
bodies.
I knew somebody was gonna hit that one. I knew somebody was gonna hit that one right there.
Hey, bodies. It's a cruel, cold world we live in.
It's cold. It's an evil world we live in.
That it is.
That was tough, man.
That was tough.
That's one
That's a
hell of a
topic. That's a hell of a little topic to go over right there, boy. So we got walk in, toxic route, don't walk in. Okay. That's what we got out of that. Right.
I mean,
Cause I feel like you gotta get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
You can't just leave anything up to what if, or maybe it was another girl. You need to have your stone proof, like, hey, oh, this is what we're doing? Alright, cool. I'm gonna close the door back. At that point. Let's go that way. I'll go that way.
All them days you wasting, you ain't getting them days
It's
back.
hard.
You not.
All that time, all that anxiety, you ain't getting that
If I
time
see
back.
it
Get
through
your
the
name
window,
off
if
the
I
list.
see it when I walk through the door,
as a matter of fact, I just thought about it. We'll revisit this topic specifically. Because I've seen a number of videos of what does happen when you walk in.
Oh yeah, and a whole show called Cheaters.
No.
That's
Nah.
Not cheaters. Not cheaters.
For men,
People
don't worry.
just, I know my wife cheating. She says she at work, but her location at home. It's a weird car outside. Come on, y'all coming with me. Oh, so this what we doing? This what we doing? And there's one video, the coldest one. Dude's in the military. Somebody he outranks is messing with his wife. She doesn't know he shows up at home. He unlocks the door. You hear his kid go, "Daddy, Daddy, you're home." He walks to the bathroom.
trapped in the closet.
She's in the shower. The dude is just sitting on the toilet watching her take a shower.
He doing that Drake shit.
Right. But the crazy part is the kids in it. You ain't even have enough cool.
The audacity.
That's wild.
Exactly.
You ain't even have enough just the unmitigated gall. My baby is right here. Hey baby, hold on. I'm gonna do what they should have done. You come right over here.
Get your happy ass out this bathroom. Get your happy out this bathroom. Let me talk to you outside.
He didn't even, the only way he threatened to do because they were military, oh, so this is what you're doing with my wife? What's your name and rank? Oh, he found out he outranked you. I'll be talking to your
That's exactly
superior
what's
officer.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, they got their own consequences for that. It is not, I want to know what
You lose your benefits. Man. You lose your
Yeah.
benefits, man.
Yeah, you can get high yard for that one.
Just saying.
Yeah, he didn't think that played out.
He probably thought he was.
But he may not have wanted to be in. He might have been trying to get out anyway.
That's a valid point, bro. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
That's
What's
what
the
was the way
valid
to go.
point? This is. I know one way to get out for
I'm
sure.
trying to get discharged
So you just
immediately. That's one way to do it,
I
though.
gotta make sure somebody ain't hitting my wife.
Well, they say you gotta be sure to be careful who you complain to.
Yeah.
You never know who's listening.
I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. He's right though. Streets are always watching. But now that that's done, I can't decide if I want to do this one now or if we should take it for another day.
We only did two,
But
so
I
Yeah,
I feel like we should.
yeah.
This one's an Am I the A-hole post, and the title is Am I the A-hole for digging my heels in about sex in a prenup?
No, it's in the Bible. Next. Nope. Sorry, you getting married under God. Guess what? Sex is a part of it. If you don't want to have sex, don't get married.
Don't get married, man.
I know that
Right.
seems like very one-sided, but it's not.
It's not.
It is a part of the design. And in
Remind me, how long have you been married?
15 years, been with the same woman for 20 years, and it's still as fun and exciting as it was the day we met. And I don't feel bad about saying that. I feel very happy about saying that. And I'm gonna keep it PG for y'all.
Right.
Nope.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh yeah.
It is only as exciting as you make it.
Time out. When you see this, he said that on his own. We did not coerce him to say that, because I know how she is.
Oh yeah.
I know how she is.
I cannot believe
The
it.
hand. It's the hand.
Yes, right there. I cannot believe it.
It'll be that then. Now, what you had my husband say on I didn't tell him to say that. He did that on his
I
own.
did it on
We
my
wasn't
own.
supposed to go over that topic.
My own free
We just
will.
said it out loud.
Yeah, man.
Look at the ratings.
If you have to put sex in the prenup, pick somebody else.
Man, make sure you hit
I
it with
agree.
the right
I agree with that. I agree with that. If you gotta put sex in the negotiations, then yeah,
That's
y'all
right.
should be on the same wavelength at that point. The same way you should be able to tell your deepest, darkest secrets. Like, there's no way you're not matching my sexual output at that point. Like, no.
Financially prenup, absolutely. It's a business decision.
Yep.
Especially if you come in with family money and you don't want that getting all messed up,
Yep.
or you built something prior to and you want to make sure everything stays straight. Because if they really are truly in your corner, prenup or not, they're going to be there.
Yep.
But to put sex in there, yeah.
You know what's funny? Is I had sorry to get off topic, but I had a client of mine was talking to me. I said a client, a friend of mine was talking to me. He was like, yeah, man, how I, weed through, all the women that I'm with, man, and find that one for me. How I found my wife was, I let him know, like, about the third day, I'm looking to marry, and this is one of the things that's on the table, a prenup. And you'll be surprised how many, jump ship, like, immediately. Like, oh, no. And I said, like, just jump ship, like, immediately. Like, nobody, like, try to, like, skate around it, like, oh, yeah, that's fine. And then try and, switch flip. Later on, he goes, no, they're like, I'm out. Immediately. Like, Titanic. Off the edge. I said, okay.
Yeah, prenup says nothing about where you go from the day you get married forward. It's only talking about what I've accomplished up until this point. So that means if you're looking to help and grow this relationship, a prenup should have nothing to do or no weight as to what we're doing. That just means that you can't divorce me and then take half of what my family legacy is at the end of the day. Or you can't take half of what my business is. Yeah. Half of what my business is, especially if you're in California. Especially if you're in California, because California, they don't care. Like, they don't care.
At all.
Yeah, you could have 20 years worth of something, and then the day you get married, the courts out there will hand that over in half. So, I can tell you that just from people I know personally. It's like,
That's a crazy concept. I had to wrap my head around that. Like, once I was, like, getting older, like, growing up as a man, I'm like, man, that's really a thing?
it's really
Like, that was something I really had to like wrap my head around, like understand. Like I'm like, how is that fair?
How's wood fair?
To have everything,
Half taken
yes,
in an instant?
yeah,
It
in an
ain't.
instant.
But if you notice something about the country, we won't get political here.
Good.
The justice system ain't set up for men, especially when you get married.
Nah,
Which is why a lot of women are wondering, why don't men want to get married anymore? Because I ain't trying to give you half my shit just because you don't want to be here no more. Because you can just decide, oh, the sky is gray today, I'm done. And then the court's just going to say, okay, you're done, here's half this stuff. Because it rarely ever works the other way.
It does in some cases.
When it does,
She had to be really bad, like really bad, where it's like, man, brother, we feel sorry for you, and that doesn't happen very often, just because men have that cut and dry way they were brought up, and the mentality that there is. Well, you're a man, you can make it.
Yep.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You'll be all right. You did it once, you can do it again.
South Korea made a movie like that.
That'll pay you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But he took but he took that to the cleaners. Damn.
It does happen.
but see,
But it's for your farm 20.
It do happen.
I know what you're talking about. But that was also her fault entirely.
I get that part.
I
But I'm just saying.
appreciate
I'm
that
just
movie.
saying. Like it's crazy that you got men that's out here like conniving on women like that. That's crazy.
How is that conniving?
So from what I remember in the movie, like he only married her just to take her money. Well, no,
Which movie
it
are
was
we talking about?
I
The
can't
one with
remember.
Sanaa Lathan in it?
I think she's in. No, I don't think she's in.
Like, was the dude a construction worker?
No. He was a painter. I don't think you know which one I'm talking about. He was a painter. Yeah, he was or an artist.
Alkaline, what was how you say it? Taraji P. Henson?
I don't think she was in it either, man. But
Oh, you said a
Tyler,
painter.
what was
You said a
Tyler,
painter.
was
Tyler
Tyler Perry
Perry.
playing his best friend?
nah, Tyler Perry was playing like a police officer, and he was telling the girl she was the prosecutor, that she had to, of course, like defend the lady who was going to jail. Like, hey, you're gonna be defending this lady. Like, this is the case. She worked for a bank. She worked for a bank. The dude married her. So then her partners in the bank said, hey, you have such and such time to return the money, or we're gonna throw you in jail. She goes, I don't have it. Turns out the husband that she had married, the younger dude that she had married her. She was a little older. She's like maybe in her 50s, almost 60, and he was like maybe 25, 30.
Okay. I mean,
I'm fine for you. I don't worry about it. But yeah, he definitely married her and said, you just made it too easy. Like it was too simple to fool you. So
Let's see.
that's what I'm talking.
In that regard, because I was thinking about a completely different movie that is conniving, comma, however, women wait 9 months to do the same thing.
Yep.
I get it. For sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting that part, but I'm just saying for a man to be on the same wavelength as that, get a pair. Like, don't get some shit on y'all. Like, not on the woman, bro. Get out of here.
See, then you also said something vital that he was like 25. Young motherfuckers are always gonna look for an easy way to get some shit. They not, especially this generation, they don't want to work for.
And this dials back into Reddit saying, we project ourselves and our way of thinking on situations. I'm projecting myself at 25. At 25, I wouldn't. I'm full-time job working, trying to figure out how I'm going, provide for my family by the time I'm 35. So yeah, to each his own.
Crazy. Somebody want to close this out?
Denzo.
Actually, yeah.
No.
You've been mostly quiet this one.
Nah. I need to close it.
But yeah, man. These stories, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
These are real life stories.
Because what? That page was from page 8. I have 22 pages so far. And this is just the recent stuff. I can go back in the archives and find other stuff too.
Real life stories. That's crazy.
Close. Say just stay tuned, because you're gonna get a lot of real reactions from 4 different backgrounds. There'll be a few other people in there. This ain't gonna get no realer than this. And these are the stable men in society, in case you wonder. Ain't nobody here on medication unless, not prescribed. But nobody's
how
gonna
you
get
said it.
prescribed
He's
any
a stable
medication.
man. Like that.
So a lot of women out there wonder where all the good ones at. Well, minus me, because I'm off the
Yeah,
market.
look.
Minus me, I'm off the market, but
Under
just saying.
contract.
Yeah, I'm under contract. A very good contract, mind
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put me in. Put me in.
you. He's not under contract.
Talk, you talking
He's
about
not
them
under
two over there.
contract. He's not under contract.
He not in the country.
By law, he ain't under contract.
Yeah.
He chooses to be under contract.
Yeah.
That's
It's not that I choose to be on the contract. I just ain't got time.
Yeah.
But definitely a good show.
stay tuned.
Definitely stay tuned.
A lot more